it's been a long time since I assessed your paper, and I do not remember what I saw. So
Yes, sir.
I need to go through
Yes,
your
sir.
psych paper again while I'm talking to you. Uh, I
Yes,
hope
sir.
you're also having it in front of you while I talk. You need to go through this and understand where you can improve. Do you have your psych
Yes, sir.
responses in front of you?
Yes, sir. In my mobile, I have psych responses.
How will you have the video call and look at it at the same time? Don't you have that hard copy on which you wrote?
No, sir, I don't have the hard copy right now,
Okay. Will you
but
be able to
I
manage
can.
the call
Yes, sir,
and?
I will to manage.
Okay then. Open your first story. Akash,
Yes, sir.
25-year traffic police inspector of Ranchi, saw that because of pure fuel and not proper servicing of the four-wheeler were exhausting very gas. You read all your stories. Start from the first one.
A 24-year traffic police inspector of Ranchi, he saw that because of pure fuel and not proper servicing of the four-wheelers, were exhausting very gases. He took initiative and went to a mechanic for knowing the reason behind it. He first looked upon the engine facility and saw that the proper servicing of the van and made a list of the resources to overcome this. He by knowing add biofuels and categorize mobile for the same when any other van he suggested a list which should help him to for the same people were happy to knowing about the uh, measures will make their four wheeler good. That's right.
So in this overall, the story is good. Like good observation. You made him a traffic inspector because he was wearing his uniform, and
Yes, sir.
some repair work was going on. So you took a similar theme, and overall very good. But few mistakes are your grammar. You might have realized yourself your English is not perfect. So
Yes,
work
sir.
upon your communication. That is English. Baki, this was good. Like your handwriting is okay, presentable, and the basics of every TAT story you have followed. The introduction, the main theme of the story, and what is the possible outcome. And you have included all necessary requirements. All okay.
Yes, sir.
This English you need to work upon. Next, go to the second one.
So in second story, sir, a 26-year-old BTech graduate working in Infosys, when he got to know about his neighbor uncle has cancer and he was at his last stage, he decided to make that 1 month enjoyable and memorizing moment. He invited all the society members and also the relative of the same. He made a documentary and with his old friends participated with the uncle and his family with organizing a dance program and childhood memories. And he then took photographs of the moment, record it so that he will be memorable. And at last, when he died, he did all the funerals with his family and uncle have a good time with him and uh, family. That's I wrote.
This is also good. You have taken the dead body and this
Yes, sir.
hospital scene into consideration. Overall, a good story. Like, uh, yes, good. I would say good. Okay, go to the third one.
So in the third story, sir, Ravi, 24-year-old software engineer from Dhanbad,
In this,
while he was
wait. 1 second. In the second story, I forgot to tell you a few words were illegible, like your handwriting,
okay.
basically. I could not make out. That is why I am telling you to read. Some words I am finding it difficult to understand. So
Okay, sir.
write it in a more legible manner. I'll share you one psych dossier which I got. Very good handwriting, overall best presentation, and everything. Like it was a demo psych paper. Like straight away he would get
Okay.
recommended. That kind of answer sheet is seen by the psychologist only. I mean, so I'll share it with you. Learn from that and try to
Okay, sir.
write that way. Like only the presentation part. I mean, like how to
Okay, sir.
organize your story in that half a sheet, how to start off, how to end, where to include the
Okay, sir.
elements, observation, everything. Like you'll learn if you look at that paper. Go to the third one, start reading.
Ravi, 24-year-old software engineer from Dhanbad, while he was doing a morning walk at the site of the track of railway, he saw that the track was a gap of 1 feet, more than 1 feet, and he firstly reported the message to the nearby railway station, and at the same time called his friend, and using red color cloths put at the track. He immediately, with the help of track maintainer, repaired the track and with using labor force to avoid any accident. He appreciated by his friend for his novel work.
Very good. Nice observation. There were people working on a railway track, so you included that. All that is fine. But you said Ravi is a software engineer and he himself worked on it by taking the help of one friend. But clearly in the picture there are six people working on the track, and
Sir,
they
I
do.
I told about
Hmm.
there are many friends, not one friends,
Okay, there are many friends, so he appreciated all of them.
and
Right?
uh, yeah, and also he took a help from the track maintainer of the railway. Uh,
Okay.
Firstly
So it was not one
reported.
person, there were
Yes.
people working on it basically. Okay, acceptable. Another thing in this is again the same thing. Your presentation and all can be improved. One more thing I could think of. Just a second. What is this gap of 1 feet mean? I didn't understand.
Sir, in railway track, there's if there is a gap of more than 1 feet, it can makes an accident.
What gap? Like
This
gap
happens
between
because
what?
of gap of tracks.
A track is usually a wide thing, no? It is more than 1 feet only always. Like what gap are you talking about? If it is more than for 1 feet, it is dangerous.
Uh, Sir, there is a means if you are taking a stick and it is having a gap, just like if
Uh-huh.
there is a railway track and there is a gap here of 1 feet. That's what I'm
Okay.
telling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of the track like this, not this.
No,
In
no.
between there are some
Uh,
bridges, na?
uh-huh.
Between those, it should be less
Yes,
than
sir.
1 feet always.
Yes,
Acha,
sir.
acha. So because it is more than 1 feet, the track won't be stable and there are chances of derailing.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why. Okay. Make it a little more clear. Like put a sentence explaining this. If you are writing something technical or something which is not very commonly known, because you are a guy
Yes,
who is
sir.
working in railways, you got an offer, you might be knowing about all these things, but
Yes,
a
sir.
general psychologist wouldn't know this, na? So try
Oh,
to
yes, sir.
make it very clear and simple. Okay.
Yes,
Otherwise, a
sir.
very good story. Go to the fourth one now.
Aditya, 25-year-old developer in Accenture, he was preparing for a job interview for higher CTC and wanted to switch to a different company. Firstly, he prepared for the interview side by side during his office work hours. Then he focused mostly on his communication skills and other aptitude paper. He managed his work during the free session of his office. He properly groomed himself with proper trimming and haircut. Then he went to the interview. Will be in a very calm manner for every questions and cracked it. Hence, got a good CTC and get switched.
Nice. This is also a very good story. This was the picture where he is in a shoot and he is talking to some lady, na? Managing director is written on the
Yes,
background.
sir.
That picture. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. Overall, very good. Go to the next one.
Rohan, 28-year-old, working in marketing and sales. During weekend, he used to went to his college friend and played card games. At the same time, he saw that his friends took cigarette in the front of his child. Firstly, he gave a chocolate and told his friend's sons to leave the place. Then, after the game, he talked to his college personally, colleague personally, and asked the issue behind it. He suggested him to use chewing gum and did meditation to avoid this activity. At the same time, he told them to busy himself in other work so that he didn't take this. His colleague was very happy to got this idea.
Very nice. Your idea generation, your way of writing stories, everything is very good. Like more than par standards. But your English is a little poor. That is why no the overall
Yes,
high
sir.
quality tat otherwise is becoming like average. Provided your English is also good and you use grammar and all very properly, then these are all very high quality stories. So work only on your English. Like till now, that is the only weakness I could find. Go on. Next.
Manoj, 24-year old, working as at TCS, as he was doing work, got to know that his auntie and mother deciding her cousin's marriage without asking her permissions. Firstly, he talked to her sister and wanted to know about her advice. He got to know that she wanted to study. Then he talked to her mother that about the consequences of marriages by giving example of
Everywhere you
some
have
recent
used
news.
her,
He
it
also
should be his. Everywhere you have used her. Firstly, he
okay,
spoke to his sister,
yes, sir.
then he spoke to his mother,
Uh,
and
Sorry,
your
her. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
grammar. Like basically your English and grammar only here also. If you work overall on your
Uh,
English communication, all this will be taken care of.
yes, sir.
And continue reading.
Yes, sir. He also took responsibility of her study and managed those expenses. At the same time, he convinced both his mother and aunt about her marriage at a little age. Hence, all of her agree by him, and she was happy.
Good. Go to the next one.
Varun, 24-year-old market analyst, live in Ranchi. During morning running at the street road, he saw that some people were quarreling with the truck driver. He rushed at the situation and told them to talk at the good way so that he will get to a solution fastly. The truck moved inside a colony road where there was no road ahead. So, firstly, with those people, he started vacating the road so that the truck move back easily. He used a board at the end of the road so that no new car or truck move this side ahead. Finally, people were good, happy, and drivers feels good after his initiative.
Nice. Proper observation, and you build the story behind, revolving around the scene. So good. Here also the same things apply. Your presentation, like the handwriting, and your English grammar. Go to the
Yes, sir.
next one.
Sumit, 22 year final year BTech student, lived in Ramgarh while studying at night. His friend or roommates got fever. Firstly, he called a doctor from the nearby shop and used video calling to ask the issue. He went to the medical shop and took a way of jungle, which was a shortcut to the shop. He ran immediately, reached and took the medicine. Later on, he gave it to his friend. He took care of him whole night during studying and later he moved to the nearby doctor next day morning and all will be fine after that.
Huh. Like, a very good story overall. That one boy walking in some place where the surrounding is a little rough,
Yes.
thing like a jungle sort. Na? So yeah,
Yes, sir.
this is a very good
Yes.
story. Here also again, your English. Next.
Yes, sir. Anand, 25-year businessman of a new startup. He went to a Great Wall of China for meeting with a Chinese company. He went in proper formals and groomed up. He talked to him about the business deal at the required resources and made a fixed price. He also offers the gentleman for having dinner with him so that their relationship bonding in business improved. He cleared all doubts that time and for further he searched over internet. He also talked to other companies so that he would get a proper idea of the product. Hence, the deal was successful and he got the raw material in adequate price.
Very good. Good observation. He looks like he is talking some business deal or anything of that sort with another person. And in the background, there's a monument, so Great
Yes,
Wall
sir.
of China. Good assumption. Overall, like a very good story. Next.
Aman, 24-year-old, preparing for CGL examination. During a late night study, he had heard a sound of walking slowly inside the mother room as his father went to village, and his mother didn't wake up at night, so he was aware of it. He slowly went to his mother room and found a thief with knife. Firstly, he called his neighbor friend and went, but and used for security. Then he dialed 100 slowly and called the police. Then he rushed the situation with his cricket bat, and put the thief in the ground with the help of his friend, blocked the exit way and captured him, wait for the police to come and hand over him.
This story, I found some red flag. See, in a story where there is some emergency being shown, the
Yes, sir.
expected response is that you will react immediately and take some step. But what you have done is you have found a thief who is having a knife and he is pointing at the hero's mother, supposedly, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what will a person do at that situation? He won't go to his neighbors and tell them to block the surroundings. He won't go to his friend for help.
Okay.
It is an immediate reaction. He is already holding the knife, and
Okay.
in the picture, it is clearly seen he is already pointing it at the woman. So, in few seconds, there will be some
Yes, sir.
action. So, an emergency response is expected from you. So, you include this first, like whatever you have written, you can just rephrase them, right?
Okay, sir.
Hitting the thief with a cricket bat from behind first, like he first immediately rushes, hits him from behind, puts him down to ground. Later, he calls all the neighbors, he shouts for help, hands him over to the police. Like whatever you can do next is later. But your immediate
Okay, sir.
reaction, what you do in an emergency situation, that is very crucial. Like this talks about your
Okay, sir.
overall personality. This is not about the story. These
Yes,
kind
sir.
of pictures are shown with a purpose, like how you react in certain
Okay,
kind
sir.
of emergency situations or crisis situations. So this is not a personality of an armed forces officer. You are expected to take quick
Yes, sir.
decisions, take action. Like you understand the job nature, right?
Okay,
So this
sir.
kind of
Okay,
personality
sir.
is more suitable for an IAS or some corporate leadership profile where you need to use more of your brain power, think of the long term and all. In armed forces, इतना time नहीं मिलता. You have to take decisions on the go and
Quick
solve them.
reaction.
So there are
Yes, sir.
two types of personalities. One is a reactionary and another is a visionary. So you should not be a visionary. You should not be thinking of like 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line as any. Right now, what is the problem
Yes, sir.
and how I should go about it? That uh, nature of
Okay, sir.
thinking that needs to be inculcated in your personality overall. Only then it will be coming in your responses. That is another thing which you can work upon. But in your stories, it is easy to write these kind of responses. Like clearly, it is seen that there's an emergency. So in
Yes, sir.
pictures, there's some problem, some accident, some emergency, some fight going on, like any problem where there is some action visible, write an immediate reaction type of story. Don't write these kind of stories where the hero takes some other actions and slowly he solves it with ease, something like that.
Yes, sir.
You need to react on the go and solve the problem with all these innovative things you can do, like what you have written. He hits him from behind with the cricket bat, he calls for help, he dials 100. All these things are should be included. But
Yes, sir.
your first reaction, what you will do at that situation immediately, that is more important. This story was not impressive. Go to the
Okay,
next
sir.
now.
Monu, 24-year-old final year BTech student preparing for upcoming vacancy or placement in the college. He firstly looked over the syllabus and got to know about the interview. He started gathering knowledge from social media and Wikipedia for the company. He applied. He then talked to his friends in a manner where environment was taken. He put himself in formal and practiced regular session with his friend and discussed common mistakes with him. He at the same time improved communication by practicing regular speaking in the front of family and friends. At last, he gave a mock interview to the experts for better feedback. Hence, uh, pointed every point and expect cracked the interview. I think it is, and he cracked the interview, sir. At last.
This is good. Like this was the picture where two people were sitting across the table, na?
Yes,
Yes. This
yes, sir.
story is for that picture. Well done. Go to the blank picture now.
Abhishek, 24-year-old BTech graduate from computer science, as he was very much passionate to becoming an officer, he didn't join any MNC and prepared for competitive examination of state PCS and CGL. He targeted a post, and for the same, he checked his medicals. He firstly made required timetable for physical fitness, study, and family with time with friends. He woke up at 6 a.m., run uh, 2 kilometers, and study online with an academy. Hence, he followed the same routine for period of 3 months. Hence, he cleared CGL and state PCS both with his choice post preference.
Very good. Like, are you a BTech computer science graduate yourself?
Yes, sir.
Nice. So you have written your story basically here. Like, what do you do on a
Yes,
regular
sir.
basis, your daily routine,
Yes,
and
sir.
how you have let go of your MNC opportunities and prepared for exams. You told me you have got a
Yes, sir.
offer from railways also, na? So before that, this was
Yes,
your
sir.
journey. Very good.
Yes, sir.
The 12th picture, this is what is usually expected, that you relate to your own life and write something you have experienced or write something you want to experience. Anything of,
Yes, sir.
personal. Very good. I thought, like, after looking at this story and your PIQ, this is exactly you. That is how it should be. And you don't need to include
Yes,
your
sir.
own name. You have written Abhishek, na? Give another name. Like,
Yes, sir.
usually it does not encourage, na, ki you write your own name. Your chest number is used everywhere. So even in the stories, avoid your own name. Give another name to the character.
Okay,
Or
sir.
it's not a problem. Even if
Uh,
in one story, if you mention your own name, it's not counted against you. It's all right. Coming
okay,
to
sir.
WATs, uh,
Sir.
start start reading quickly. Like, keep going
Okay.
one by one.
Okay, sir. Goal is achieved by proper planning and hard work.
Hmm.
Success comes from consistency.
Good,
Knife is a powerful weapon of Gorkha.
good,
Anger is controlled with proper meditation.
good,
Polite people are liked by society.
good. Be quicker. Read fast.
Every condition, okay, every condition is fulfilled by parents.
Good.
Character shows in behavior. Luck
Hmm.
favors hard work. Accident is reduced by proper following traffic rules.
Hmm.
Junk junk food is avoided by athletes.
Hmm.
Exercise improve mental stamina.
Hmm.
Same women are respected.
Hmm.
Mother is loved by every people.
Okay.
Sex
You
education is
very well.
increasing amongst.
Mother
Hello,
is loved by every people is not grammatically correct. So you can improve on your
every
English.
person. Okay, okay. So,
Ah,
sex
good.
education is increasing among the youth.
Good.
Loyalty towards work gives respect.
Okay.
Failures gives moral lessons to students.
Hmm.
Uh, murder come Murders comes murder cases are seen in the news.
Okay.
Anxious is controlled by practicing.
Okay. Anxious is not controlled.
Mother,
Controlled.
okay, sir.
Go on.
Mother work as a backbone of the family.
Hmm.
Peaceful country has powerful army.
Hmm.
Nuclear bomb is tested in Orissa coast.
Hmm.
Body is built with dedication.
Hmm.
Determination is the important things for success.
Very good. Like, overall, all these words have sentences which are expected. Like, when you look at the word, what idea you get or what response comes in your brain first, that is expected, and you have written very well. But the quality can be even a little higher. Like, let's say, I'll take an example of hmm, sex education is increasing among youth. So you can say there has been a change in trend, or sex education is no more a taboo. You're saying sex education is increasing among youth, as in everyone is getting aware of what
Yes, sir.
sex actually is, the protective sex and everything. Basically, openly talking about it. So this sentence doesn't have a good impact. Like, sex education is increasing among youth. It doesn't mean anything. Na? What is
Yes, sir.
increasing? Awareness due to
Awareness.
education, or that
Yes, sir.
taboo which existed that has been no coming down, something of that sort. Like, the overall quality can be a little improved. Like, these are all very good, I'll tell you. Like, this is the expected standard, but you can be a little more also. You can improve on the overall
Yes, sir.
quality. बाकी भी ऐसे ही थे, rest of them also, so you don't need to read. uh, let's talk about this word you have skipped, What happened? Like, were you in a hurry, or you just skipped it due to lack of time? What happened? This number 50, compel.
Yes, sir.
Like, what happened? Lack of time, or you didn't know the meaning of the word, or what?
Did know the meaning, sir.
Compel, you didn't know the meaning. Okay, now you know the meaning.
No, sir.
Go on Google search and write a sentence on it after this call.
Okay, sir.
Rest everything was fine. Again, you have skipped three words at the end: 58, 59, 60. Why?
Sir, I think I missed some of the words in between.
So that is a bigger mistake. See, if you have missed, at least if you leave it empty and go to the next one, it is fine. But now
Yes.
ऐसे होती है ना, OMR sheet में एक गलती से मार्क कर लिया तो वहां से पूरा order चला
Uh,
जाता है. So what if that happens here? Like, let's say the sentence number 51, what you have written: social people participate in every event of the society. In that, there is no that word only. That is somewhere 52 or 53 होनी चाहिए, but 51 में लिखा है तुमने. ऐसे हो सकता है ना?
yes, sir.
The entire sequence has gone for a toss. Do not do this. Be very attentive. Like, every word, there is sufficient time given to write. In case you do not know the meaning, just leave it empty, or just write the word and leave it, so that after your SD, if you have time, you can come and write anything. So this
Yes,
is
sir.
a big mistake. You can't skip and then the sequencing way you can't fuck up. Be very careful. This is not acceptable. You need to improve on this. Write quicker, generate ideas quicker, and in case if nothing is coming in your brain, leave that empty and go to the next question, but follow the sequence.
Yes, sir.
Like, at the end, there should be 60 numbers on chahiye, and 60th word should be associated with the 60th sentence only. And at the
Yes,
end, if you feel like अरे 59 ही आया है, तो क्या हुआ, then you can't go back and see which word you have missed. This is not
yes, sir.
some exam where you have the question paper in front of you ना, एक बार गया तो गया वो.
Yes, sir.
So be
Yeah.
very careful. SRTs were good. I like your responses. You can be a little more concise. Take this number, kya hai? Fourth. Hold his hand. You read it. Read the fourth one, question and answer.
Uh, Hold his hand through the window.
Hmm.
Called 108 for RPF,
Hmm.
and with the help of other passenger,
Hmm.
took that thief, hand over him to the police, and sleep with headphones.
Huh. Like, someone tried to steal something through the window. उसके लिए ना?
Yes, sir.
So good. This is not an example I should take. Wait. In some places where you could have been more concise, like बहुत elaborate लिखा है तुमने, इतना time नहीं मिलता to write so much. Like, in this only you could further reduce your words. Hold his hand through the window, call 108 for RPF, with the help of passengers, get him arrested, and sleep with headphones. इतना ही. Try to make it as concise as possible. Every point should be included, all your ideas should be included, but the number of words can be still reduced. Try to optimize your
Okay, sir.
sentence that way. And बाकी सब ठीक है. Like, you have written all the steps you will take, like with commas. He does this, then this, and overall after the outcome he continues with this, something of that sort. That is the usual standard for writing SRTs. All good,
Yes, sir.
good. You attempted how many? 31, I think, right? 31 or
36,
last?
sir.
Wait, is that 36? Acha, there's the next
Yes,
page
sir.
also.
36.
Okay, 36. You can increase this number a little. Like, 36 is a good number only. It is not below standard. But if you write faster and if you follow what I just told, like reduce the length of your answers, you can attempt like 5, 6 more. That will be better. Your quality matters a lot. So instead of writing all 60, you can just write around 30, 40 and still score better
Yes,
than
sir.
whoever. So you have written well. These small things you can improve on
Uh,
and further improve your performance. Self description was a little not up to the mark, what I felt. To go through some other samples on the net, you'll know like how other people have written. And here, in parents' opinion, you have written elaborate examples. It is not required. Like I pay the electricity bills, I do mobile recharges. All these are examples of what you do. You can just say I help them with all the daily tasks. That covers all these, na. So do not give so many
Okay, sir.
examples. They're not asking your life history. They're asking your parents' opinion on you. It's a very
Okay.
simple question, and the answer should be written accordingly. You do not need to tell what all you have done. All these extra details need to be avoided. Similarly, in friends, it can be more concise. Like try to include these adjectives. What your friends think about you. They may think you are jovial, helpful. You have written all these also. Like your first sentence is that only. My friends think I'm a jovial, helpful, and trustworthy person. Something like that. Include one or two instances where that has happened or something like that. But do not be too descriptive. You do not need to write about your
Okay,
story
sir.
with them. So that's it. Otherwise, these SDs were also good only. Overall, it's a very good quality paper. थोड़ा सा improvement चाहिए. You are somewhere near the borderline as per the psych assessment. You can improve a little to become a straight recommend. So try to
Okay, sir.
do. Baki, you have done well. Personal interview will take. You have like 1 or 2 months left, na. So आराम से
1 month,
देंगे.
sir.
1 month, हाँ.
Okay, sir.
To prepare for 1 or 2 days. Tell me when you're ready. I'll get your interview done. Sir, work upon these things which I
Okay,
told
sir.
you. Mainly your English
Okay, sir.
and
Okay, sir.
जो छोटे छोटे suggestions मैंने दिया है. Like in emergency
Okay.
picture, what kind of responses should you write in TAT? In WAT, do not skip and how sentences should be formed. And in SRTs, I told you to be more concise, attempt a little more if possible, and otherwise it was good. SD, as I told you, it should be further improved. Write another good SD. Go through examples on the internet, you will find plenty. And based on your own analysis of yourself, write your own SD. Baki, it's a good thing. Like your performance is very good.
Okay, sir.
You have
Thank you.
doubts for the psych tests or anything you want to ask, which hasn't been clear till
Okay,
now.
sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Some of the stories like in that you have told in knife picture. Uh,
Hmm.
if I was there, sir, I will be the first person to attack him. But because of my English, I won't able to write that. So
Why?
I think this is because
Because
of my English. I won't able to write. Means I don't able to express myself.
that is a
Sometimes
big
I feel.
power of expression. Your
Yeah.
communication skills, these are very important.
Huh.
That is why if you work on them automatically, whatever you are thinking, if you are not able to express it, then how will the psychologist know what you are thinking?
Yes.
It is.
Little bit, sir.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
psychology expression is very important because your written English expression, whatever you have given, that is the only input about you the psychologist has. He has no chance to interact with you one on one. He has no chance to look at
Yeah.
your outside performance. Only this paper is your kundli for him. So whatever you want to show, you have to show on paper only. So if you are saying
Yes, sir.
I would have done, that I would have beaten him first, then taken care of other things. That is your original personality.
Yes, sir.
That is a very good, desirable
Yes, sir.
personality for the army officer post. But the
Yes, sir.
psychologist doesn't know you. How will he know? Only when you write what you would
Yes,
do.
sir.
So write exactly what you think, and these things they'll come with working regularly. Are you participating in all the group sessions where थोड़ा सा improvement
Yes,
हो रही
sir.
है, sessions and
Yes, sir.
other
Yes, sir.
activities? Your English will improve a lot when you keep talking, when you keep interacting with people, and बाकी mistakes जितना तुम कर रहे हो, all those will also come down. So keep
Okay, sir.
active in the coming 1 month in all the group activities. Otherwise, you are almost there. एक थोड़ा सा इधर उधर improvement चाहिए बस. Overall, you are a very good candidate.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
और बताओ, anything else?
Sir, in my previous SSB, when I got conference out,
हम्म.
I wrote 60 SRTs.
हाँ तो
But
this is
that's
नंबर ना, उसमें हमारा क्वालिटी कम होगा शायद.
क्वालिटी कम था. That's why I wrote in all the 30s in qualities
हाँ,
this
तो
time.
यही what you have done now is good. So attempting 60 is
Yes,
usually not possible. Like what I have
yes,
seen
sir.
in my case and with other people who have got recommended with me, and later on the candidates I have mentored, everyone, like 60 लिखना, अगर लिख रहे हो तो obviously you would have reduced on your quality.
Yes, sir.
So
That's
try
why I
to
put quality.
get it around
Yes, sir.
45-50. उससे भी थोड़ा कम होगा तब भी चलेगा, but do not target 60 की लिखूंगा बोल के. Don't just scribble down whatever you feel. Think, give the proper reactions, but be quick also at the same time.
Okay, sir.
और कुछ anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, this is your psych feedback. Work on it. ये record किया है तो this will be automatically saved in your Skype.
Okay.
और एक
Okay,
दो दिन
sir.
में भी जाएगा, तो watch it and further improve.
Okay, sir.
बस take care. Bye.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.